Hello, statistics student. This video is for teaching you the step to use OnlineStatbook Normal distribution calculator. So, which is to find probability. Okay, so the goal is to find probability. Probability is equal to relative frequency is also equal to percentage. So after you find a probability, you can convert it into percentage. You can convert it into a relative frequency also. So for example, so the two main uses to find it when x is, or actually z, right? We should say z. When we're talking about standard normal, the value of the unknown is not x anymore. We call it z. So we say z is between 1.2 and 2.3. In a standard normal, what happened is the mean is always 0. So in the middle, we have always 0. So this tick mark is 1, 2, because in standard deviation it's just 1. Okay, -1 and -2, so they're symmetrical. So if I want to find something that's between 1.2, where is 1.2? So roughly here, right? 1.2, and what's 2.3? 2.3 is here, so we say this is my z value and the probability is in the area above it, okay, under this normal curve. So if I can find the area, I can find the probability. Then we'll use the online calculator. Did I have it open? I have it open here. So to do that, you can just Google OnlineStatbook Normal calculator, or there's a link on Canvas. So after you do this, then you say, okay, standard normal, 0 and 1 for mean, 0 for mean, and 1 for standard deviation. If I want to find some probability in between, I say between. And what are the two number? 1.2 and 2.3. So you just say 1.2 to 2.3, right? So this would actually highlight that area for you. And then you choose recalculate. So remember to hit recalculate. The probability over here was what was left over from last time. So once you change anything, you click the between or whatever that you want to do. You can do 0.1043. So that means this is use in between. So it's 0.1043. The second one is when z is greater than 1.8. Okay, so we know this is 0, right? And this is 1 and 2. 1.8 is kind of here, greater than. All these are greater than. So I would want all the area beyond 1.88. So in a normal calculator, I would say this is below, right? 1.8. No, this is not below. It's above 1.88. Those number that is greater than is above 1.88. So you click it here and then you recalculate 0.0301. So you would say use above, right? .88, 0.0601. 0.0301. I don't know why it becomes 6. Okay. So what about less than? If I want to have z less than negative 2.02, where is negative? So in a standard normal, it's very easy to find. It's actually just on the left side of 0. So -1, -2. So it's right here, very close to 2. And so we want all this area. So these are all below 2.02. So of course we would use below, right? We use below -2.02. So we also sometimes call it the left tail. Use below negative 2.02, and then we calculate 0.0217. So that is equal to 0.0217. In percentage, you can say this is 2.117% of the z-score is this. Okay, z corresponds to z-score. So that's what we do. The calculator also can provide you to do outside. So if you want just on the left and right tails, like negative 1.5 to 1.5, but outside of these two number, you can just do that. Click, recalculate. So that would be the chance or the percentage of z value that is beyond negative 1.5 and above 1.5. Okay, so that's called outside. I don't have an example here. We don't do those that often. What about when we are doing non-standard normal? That means the normal, the mean is something else. Now, in this particular example, I want 115 because this corresponds to IQ score, but it could be anything. It could be any mean value that you have find and the standard deviation of a value that you find. And you know that they are modeled by binomial by normal distribution. So, but because I'm doing non-standard normal, I'll change the mean and standard deviation. You have to do that. And then you want x is greater than 116. So what's the chance that it's greater than 116? Now, once you do that, you would have the new label available for you, right? So you can actually use this even if you are not using the calculator to do your markup. 100, 115, because that's one standard deviation, 130. And then beyond this is 85 and 70. So if you want to, you can do the third one. But where is 116? 116 is right at 115, right? Greater. So this must be above, right? Use above 116. So I'm going to just do that. Above 116. And I do recalculate. So that's 0.1431. So 14%. Okay. 0.1431 or 14.31%. So 14.31 of IQ would be above 116 or 0.1431. Probability of choosing someone of an IQ of 116. What about less than 90? So again, we have marked the tick mark as 185 and also 70. So 90, less than 90 would be just a little bit above 85s or these, right? So it will be a greater probability. So this is a larger area. And this is a below, right? So you will say below 90. I think I'm just going to click below 90. Make sure that the mean and standard deviation is correct. 0.2525 equal to 0.2525. What about x is between 105 and 122? So we can say between, right? 105 and 122. So in order to graph the table, the graph, you have to mark it correctly. This is 115, and I think this is 130. So 105 is really close to the mean. 122 is before 130, I guess, right? So it is kind of like this group of area corresponds to this. So what's the percentage? So you do in between, you have to click in between. You cannot just enter it and then recalculate 0.2982. So you will say use between. And then 105 and 122 and then recalculate. So that would equal to 0.2982. So remember recalculate. And also remember to make sure that you have the mean and standard deviation correctly entered. Sometimes people forget, they thought they have, but it could be something that you have left from the last time, or it could be just standard normal. And if you want standard normal, you have to clean it as 0 and 1. Or you can just do a browser refresh. It would reset it to 0 and 1. Okay, so that's how you use the OnlineStatbook binomial, OnlineStatbook normal calculator.